Um, hey guys, sorry, I was just on my phone for a little bit. What's up? So
Visions.
today, just hanging out, playing some Witcher 2. I guess just we just got to the second chapter in Aroden. So we're following Triss and Letho took Triss at the end of it. We went with Roach, so we're now in Aroden with one of the kings, and some mystical shit happened. I have no idea. Something happened, but yeah, that's about it. Just hanging out. If we get pretty decent streaming today. I don't know what to say. I was playing the show and I was doing pretty well. Not that I'm like that crazy at the game, but I don't know. I've gotten up the ball a little bit, and then problem is I'm not an all-star now, so the games get much harder. Uh, and I'm not that good to the point where my PCI is too tiny. PCI is the indicator that you use to hit the ball in the game. It gets smaller and smaller the higher your rank increases, right? So I'm at a point where like I just got kicked out of all-star, pretty sure.
Witcher.
So I don't want to play another game because I know if I do, I'll get kicked out of the difficulty that I'm in. I'll go back to All-Star, and then I want to play again because I can hit with an All-Star, right? So, yeah. So yeah, I was just playing that game for a little bit. Played a ranked game, did pretty well, but now we're off to The Witcher. So, yeah, I might try to start like a racing game or like a much easier game to get achievements in, just in between stream because I do want to reserve this game for just on stream. That way, like I have 100% of the gameplay recorded in case, just for the sake of it. You know, I like having the games that I care about a lot recorded, like Elden Ring, even though Elden Ring waned on me. Or like Alien Isolation, I'm so glad I got to record all that. Or hopefully, Witcher 3 when the upgrade comes out. But yeah, with I guess with that being said, let's just get into it.
Busy as ever
I gotta
with
meet with the
military
king.
commissions, but he'll take a private commission from time to time.
Okay, whatever. This guy doesn't like me, but that's fine because I guess no one ever likes Witchers. I got to read some of the book today too. I'm on Tower of Swallows, so it's the 4th book in the series. I wonder if I'm allowed to like loot any of this, or they're gonna get pissed at me. Or convince him to lead you straight to the king? Oh, I'm not supposed to. Oh, okay.
We don't have... Yes?
Take me to the king. I've seen enough military camps in my day.
That I cannot, Witcher. I'm to keep an eye on you, the king's orders.
Really want to babysit me?
Wonder if this will work.
You're right. Let's go.
Okay. So I think in the 3rd Witcher game you have to upgrade your accuracy to be able to get conversation dialogues like that, but I guess in this game you can just use it. Unless I already had the upgrade, I didn't even realize that. But yeah, what was I gonna say? So for the Witcher book, so far I've read, and it's 2 things. I love the books. I read them kind of fast. I read like 5 of them over last summer because the job I had. And I think I mean I read them, right? So I have like a pretty good understanding of like the general direction of the books and all that stuff, but details and characters sometimes go
How's
in
it
and out.
going, lads?
I can't feel me plowing
But Tower of
from
Swallow
all
is going
this
good.
standing around.
I'm able to take my
Any chance you'll be sending
more
up
time
some
with it, which is nice.
In an hour.
Not that I couldn't take
Open
time
up
with
the
it
gate. The king wants to see
last
the
year,
Witcher.
but I read so much in such a short period of time
Go
that
straight
like
to the royal tent. You can't
it was
miss
quite
it.
a bit. On
I've
top
a
of
few
reading the
things
first
to
Game of
take
Thrones
care
book
of.
Godspeed,
last year.
I'll be near the main gate if you need me. So long.
A witcher!
The king must
Oh,
have
what
summoned
was
him
that?
to fight the wraiths.
You think?
I'm certain.
But yeah, so
Let's see
now
him
I'm in
deal with the
Tower of
blood
Swallow. This will be
curse.
like, I guess I'm in
10
the spoiler, and by
silver
spoiler,
and
I'm
the
just going to
curse.
talk about the book a little bit. So far, I won't catch up on the entire book. I'm almost 200 pages into the book, so a little less than halfway. I think it's like 450. So, like 45% of the way through the book. I'm at the point now where once you're done with
Nearly
Ciri,
everyone hunts
or I'll talk
you,
about it
yet
after
you
this.
live in spite of that. Impressive.
I find it hard to wean myself off life.
As do we all. However, in all my career as an ambassador of His Imperial Majesty, I have never met anyone quite as talented at surviving as you. I took the liberty of checking some rumors about you. I'll say it again. Impressive.
This is a
Are you
Nilfgaard guy.
seeking employment? I was unaware you fellows hired yourselves out for battle.
My aim here is different.
Really? Perhaps I can be of assistance.
I saw you with Foltest before. Now you're with Henselt. No doubt you'll visit the King of Redania next.
I need not go far. Radovid is en route to Lochmuin. Perhaps he has already arrived. We'll meet there.
Lochmuin? An ancient elven city quite a ways away, near the source of the Pontar. Why there?
The mages wish to re-establish their council. They sent out invitations to all the kings.
What's the Emperor's envoy doing here? Satisfy my curiosity.
The last unfortunate conflict left the northern kingdoms in pitiful economic condition. His Imperial Majesty desires stability. We wish to offer financial assistance, so I'm visiting those lands hardest hit by the war.
Henselt is coping admirably as far as I can see.
The details of my visit here are reserved for the Emperor and the Kedweni King.
I don't know if I want to piss this guy off.
You sure they're that big a secret? I mean, they could be important to me.
I can reveal one thing. The Emperor was very moved to hear the White Wolf had returned. He asked me to investigate the matter personally and submit a report.
Why do I interest him?
He didn't say. His Imperial Majesty keeps his motivations to himself.
Foltest was a good king. Shame he ended that way.
I've already conveyed the Emperor's condolences to Constable Natalis. Since we're talking about Temeria and Foltest, apparently the fallen king's advisor, the sorceress Triss Merigold, has disappeared in mysterious circumstances. Rumors abound. Do you know anything about her?
Why do you ask, Excellency?
I heard the two of you are close.
Witchers and sorceresses don't generally share that kind of information.
I understand it's a delicate matter. All right then. Allow me to ask about something else. I mentioned Triss because, I must admit, I am perturbed. Mages are known for their mutual envy and rivalry. I wonder if there's any matter that could unite them.
Perhaps you could be a bit clearer, Excellency.
Then I shall ask directly. Do you know anything about Merigold's involvement with an organization of sorceresses? Assuming, of course, that you are, theoretically, or have been, close.
Huh. Well, I do know that she's part of the Lodge, which he is obviously getting at. Maybe I should probe why. I don't want to answer a question with a question, though. I'll do
I'm
that.
not
though.
sure why the acquaintances of a sorceress would interest a Nilfgaardian ambassador.
Many things interest me. Art, for example. A very interesting statuette was delivered to me today. A peculiar piece. Elusive. Sensuous. It forces one to think. Even a monster slayer might not be indifferent to the beauty entrapped within.
Maybe, but I'm afraid I don't have time to admire art.
Do you have any other queries? I have some matters to which I must attend.
Why are you so interested in this organization of sorceresses?
I wonder about some strange coincidences. I'm told several of them were seen in the vicinity when the assassination attempts occurred.
What's so suspicious about that? Mages have always thronged around monarchs, the source of power and coin.
I'm not accusing anyone. I merely said it makes me wonder.
Huh.
I saw you with Foltest before. Now you're with Henselt. No doubt you'll visit the King of Redania next.
I need not go far. Radovid is en route to Lochmuin. Perhaps he has already arrived. We'll meet there.
Lochmuin? An ancient elven city quite a ways away, near the source of the Pontar. Why there?
The mages wish to re-establish their council. They sent out invitations to all the kings.
Okay. I think I asked that one right. Where am I in the book? Okay, so before I walk in there, I'll just say, so chapter 5, I think is the one I just read. It, between the last 2 days, it starts, Geralt's trapped by some local guy, and then it flashes back, which it's only like a paragraph long, where it talks about him being like held by they call him the Perfect. Fucking loser. And then it goes back to, and then it flashes back a little bit to how they got there, right? So it starts off, they get to a new village after they're done with the honey keepers that they were escorting, and so they're looking for druids, and then one of the honey keepers, he chases them, and he's like, I know where the druids are, you have to talk to this guy in this bar, whatever, in this town. So they go to the town, they talk to the guy inside the bar, he tells them a little bit, he says they're west, I think, in the wrong direction, basically, or because they were there, but they're not there anymore. And so he's like, Geralt's like, okay, just like tell me everything you know about them. That's the biggest point that I got from him. After some like weirdo tells them about the history of the town. And then some knight, doesn't barge in, but they go into the bar that they're at. They're like, are you Geralt? And they take him to the Perfect. The Perfect starts talking to Geralt, and then they bring in this lady, Anna Legini, and she was basically part of a gang that was like given money to kill Geralt, basically. So the thing is, the gang that she was part of, the leader of the gang, Nightingale, is on the Perfect's like shit list, so he wants to kill him, right? So he's like, okay, Geralt, if you trap this Nightingale guy, I'll keep you anonymous in your whereabouts, to yourself, basically. He says he'll basically like turn a blind eye to Geralt, because he knows that Geralt's being looked for by Nilfgaard or whatever. There's really interesting dialogue, especially with how the Perfect sees like a just society and what Geralt thinks of it. I thought that was cool. So Geralt agrees to the terms. He gets in a fight with Cahir because he still doesn't like him. But it is interesting because you find out that Anna is. They find out details about Geralt in their little posse that they didn't even know at the time, which was really interesting. And so that's what made Geralt get mad at Cahir, because they thought there was like a mole or a rat. Because basically what happens is, the lady is like, okay, so we know there's these 4 people, they're traveling, and we know they're going to be in this town because they're going to be here in like 3 weeks, right? And so Geralt's like, well, how the hell did they know where we were going to be in 3 weeks? We didn't even know where we were going to be in 3 weeks. And so it gets him thinking, well, there has to be a mole in so he gets into a fight with Cahir until Miva breaks it up. And then once Miva breaks it up, night falls, they wake up, they start traveling the next day, and then they make their plan. And so Geralt and Regis come to the conclusion that it wasn't Cahir that told them, it was a sorceress that was tracking them. And the reason that they got the number of people wrong, there's 5 of them. There's Regis, Miva, Geralt, Cahir, and Dandelion, right? The one thing that tipped Geralt off that was weird was that the Anna lady, the lady that was captured, that was part of the gang, said there was 4 people traveling. So Geralt was like, okay, Cahir's the last one because they don't want him to get killed. But they also, Regis and Geralt, they kind of came to the conclusion that, okay, it's not that they got the number wrong to save one of us, it's that it's a sorceress and the magic wouldn't work on Regis because he's a vampire. So they believe that the person that hired Nightingale, the half-elf, would be able to tell them where to find the sorceress that was looking for them. 2 things that I took away from that. 1, just reading the dialogue, it didn't make it sound like Geralt knew this or thinks the sorceress. I didn't think Geralt thought the sorceress was Yennefer, but Ciri did. So I'll get back to that in a second. Even though I think I said 2 things. I guess that'll be the one thing for now. just and because that was because he used the words sorcerers were tracking them as opposed to sorceresses, because obviously Yennefer's a lady. I thought that was interesting. I know, I'm sorry there's no gameplay happening, but I want to make sure. I just felt like this part of the book was really good, so I want to talk about it a little bit. And then so they figure out that they have to find the sorceress, right? Even though he doesn't, they both like look at each other, like Regis and Geralt, like they think they know who the sorceress is. Although, Ciri, I thought straight off the bat when I heard that it was Vigilforts, who is he's in the book of Baptism of Fire. Which would make sense if he was tracking them, because he wants to kill Geralt. Although I think he wants Ciri more. But he kind of like pisses off after the end of the third book. You don't, or the third book in the main line. You don't really find out what happens to him. But then, so they decide on their plan. But then this is like close to the end of the chapter. You have like a page or two of dialogue between Ciri and the hermit. And to make a long story short, while Geralt and them are making their way to find the druids so they can find Ciri, Ciri is in a fort, is in like a swamp or a bog with a hermit. And so she's telling them everything that happened. So she is also saying that she had this dream about Geralt, which was basically what just happened. She had a dream where she could see what Geralt was talking about with there being a spy and talking with Regis and all of them together. Or basically she has a dream about what you just read about, right? So as you're reading from Geralt's perspective, you find out that Ciri was also able to see it, kind of, right? Ciri thinks that the sorceress that Geralt is talking about is Yennefer, and she says Yennefer specifically. That threw me off. I don't know, I could have just read it poorly. I just thought that was interesting, because the word sorceress isn't used, it's always sorcerer. And so, basically Ciri ends the chapter by saying that Geralt is off on some of the things that he was talking about. Mainly because Geralt assumes that Ciri's dead. She's not at this point in time. And obviously she's not dead because she's talking to someone while everything's happening. But also, yeah, I just thought it was interesting that she thought it was Yen. That she thought Geralt was talking about Yen. And Regis and Geralt were on the same page with that. I didn't come to that conclusion reading it, but it would be weird that I came to a different conclusion than the character in the book. That is, I just thought that was interesting. But yeah, basically the chapter ends with Ciri talking to the hermit about what Geralt was just talking about with Regis in the group. So that's where I'm at in the book. So far, it's really good. I really enjoy it. But until then, I guess until tomorrow, I'll probably read some more of it, hopefully. Yeah, without further ado, let's carry on with the game. Talk to the King Hamlet. Okay, I guess I can just take shit for a while.
I wish you to feel at ease, as this is an unofficial audience. You helped me in the mist, thus I surmise you do not seek my death. Which leads me to ask what you do seek here, Geralt of Rivia.
Know my name?
Peace and quiet, sire. I need to clear my name. Though I tend not to meddle in politics, this time I believe I have no choice.
You must answer quickly and unequivocally. You must be clear, Witcher. I'm in no mood for excuses hiding behind professional codes and trade secrets. Did you kill Foltest?
No.
Do you know who did?
A witcher named Letho.
Do you know each other?
I don't know. I have amnesia. Letho has suggested he knows something about me. It's possible we met before.
There's an old Kedwenny saying, a bitch will never bite another bitch. 100% accurate where sorceresses are concerned.
To the matter at hand, sire.
De Tansarville claims this Letho is in the area. Is that true?
Yes.
What does he want here? My head?
He's hiding from Yorvith and his Scoia'tael. I don't know his plans.
And you aim to get him?
I do.
Last question. Do you know who had Foltest and Demavend assassinated? Who's behind the Kingslayers?
I don't know, but I'll find out when I find Letho.
My spies have confirmed your words. I suppose I must believe you. Now to the other
Hell
matter.
yeah.
The mist, the wraiths, all that magic shit holding up my campaign. My mages, as usual, have proved useless. They blather on about higher magic, delayed curses, and other hogwash, but nothing comes of it. This matter must be settled with a sword, a witcher's sword. Will you manage this task?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll manage.
Excellent. Lift the curse, and you'll learn the meaning of royal generosity. And even should you fail to catch this Letho, I shall help you clear your name. Consider Deathmold at your disposal. He'll give you all the necessary information. Also, you are free to move about the camp and its environs from now on. Now, leave me alone.
The curse was cast 3 years ago. Any sign it's been active in the interim?
Is that important?
Sire, we're not talking about a fortune told in a tent on market day, nor about some curse cast by a novice mage. This curse caused a solar eclipse and summoned hordes of specters. We're dealing with a complex spell that operates at several levels. Uncommon knowledge and skill were required to cast it. Lifting it will be even more difficult. If I'm going to deal with it, I need you to cooperate.
Ah, the plague. So be it.
As we forged our way through the fog, you claimed it was Glevisig's curse.
Sabrina Glevisigs. She was a sorceress, my former advisor. I ordered her bound to a wagon wheel and burned alive. While dying, she cursed me and my lineage. That was 3 years ago.
Sire, do you remember the curse itself? What exactly did Sabrina say?
All she said at the time has been fulfilled to some degree. A star adorned with a bloody braid will cut across the heavens. Square coins from maritime depths will beguile the hearts of fools.
Coins?
Deathmold found a few such coins among soldiers accused of treason.
What did you condemn Sabrina for, sire?
1 year after the Peace of Sintra, I fought Demerven for Lormark. General Vandegrift commanded a part of my force. He forded the Pontar and joined battle on this field. It raged until evening, when Sabrina Glevisig decided to take matters into her own hands. Fireballs rained down onto the battlefield. 3,000 men turned to bloody charred meat scraps. The fire consumed Kedwenis and Adernians alike. Knights boiled alive in their armor. Mad beasts howling with pain. War is for the honorable. When the likes of Glevisig enter the fray, it turns into hell.
What drove Sabrina to attack her own army? Any specific reason?
I've heard none, not even speculation. She was my advisor, a member of the Council of Mages. For years I was forced to tolerate her excesses, schemes, court scandals.
Was she loyal?
Ha! Only to herself.
Huh. Oh yeah, just one quick thing, I guess. The, might as well, what, wait. You get shit in here? I don't know if I want to steal from the king. The way that the books work is there is the last wish.
Witcher, a word, if you will.
Sorry, let me talk to this guy quick. Let me talk to this guy. Oh, no, let me say this quick. So, there are 8 books, if you count Season of Storms. There's The Last Wish, which is, it starts with a bunch of short stories about Geralt, and then it goes into how Geralt and Yennefer met, which I love that book. I think it's so cool and interesting, and it's really funny too. Then you have Sword of Destiny. That's I don't know if the book starts with short stories or if I know most of the book, if not the entire thing, is the story between how Geralt and Ciri meet, which is really cool. I like that book a lot too. Then you have the 5 mainline books, which is Blood of Elves, which takes place after Sword of Destiny. Even though I think the book didn't come out at the same time, if that makes sense. It basically works like Star Wars, where you have like the original 5 that came out, then I think Last Wish and Sword of Destiny came out after the original 5 but take place before, and then Season of the Storms, I don't even know where the fuck that takes place, but people generally read it last anyways. So you have Last Wish and Sword of Destiny, the prequels, then Blood of Elves, oh, Time of Contempt, duh. Blood of Elves, Time of Contempt, Baptism of Fire, Baptism of Fire, Tower Swallows, Lady of the Lake, and then Season of Storms is 8. So far I've read Last Wish, not Baptism. I've read Last Wish, I've read Sword of Destiny, I've read Blood of Elves, Time of Contempt, Baptism of Fire. I think so far my favorite might be Time of Contempt. I think the mage stuff is really interesting. The lodge and the party and how everything kind of goes to shit from that book, because I don't want to talk about the books too much, obviously, go and read them. But those books feel like they built to something much cooler. At least Time of Contempt does. I think it also has really interesting stuff in it. I think Time of Contempt so far is my favorite. Although I really like Last Wish too. I'll probably end up rereading them just because it was so long ago. I enjoyed them a lot, but I also have a ton of books I want to read, which sucks because it's hard to read in college. But yeah, so far I've read 5 of the books. I'm on the 6th one now, and then hopefully I'll get to read Lady of the Lake eventually. But we'll see. I think I'll get to it. It's just a matter of when, or it's not if, it's when. Yeah. But yeah.
You have no idea how delighted I am to work in tandem with you.
True, I have no idea.
Better times approach, Geralt, you shall see. I trust you're not bothered if I refer to you by name.
Not at all.
Wonderful, I feel we shall become great friends.
I like this guy. I don't think Geralt does.
I'm not looking for new friends, Deathmold. Let's get to work.
I see. As you seem to be the hero, how might I help you, White Wolf?
Have you dealt with curses before?
I've cast a few in my time. One victim sprouted donkey's ears in a tail, another's house burned down. Nothing too serious.
Shame. Have you removed curses, lifted spells?
Never had the chance. But I mastered the theory involved. Best in my class at the Magic Academy.
They don't teach you about curses like this one at Banord.
Glevis's curse is a 4th level blood spell. It's also known as the Archmistress's curse. A misnomer, for they've been cast by generally crazed mages or priests, not necessarily women.
You've done your homework.
Cool.
Did you notice that not all the specters were aggressive?
Most would disappear when we neared them.
I think the curse's power corrupts the ghosts of those who died in the battle, turning them into Draugrs.
Draugrs, is that some professional name you witches have for specters?
They're demons, Deathmold. Draugrs are demons of war that arise on battlefields where the fighting was vicious and the slaughter particularly bloody. They are hatred and bloodlust in condensed form.
The name matters little. Do you know how to rid us of these Draugrs?
A silver sword's enough to send them to their rest. But as long as the curse remains active, new ones will appear. The soldiers' ghosts are the key. If we could reverse the tide of the battle...
Don't delay. Grab your sword and start reversing.
I'll need some symbols of war that belonged to the soldiers who perished here. Artifacts symbolizing hatred, death, courage, and faith. They have to be magically active and linked to those who died. Without them, I won't be able to summon the ghosts.
Well, I've no idea how to find them. Apart from which I know little about war symbolism.
I'll deal with the artifacts. I have another job for you. Explain this blood curse to me.
An ordinary blood curse is a trivial thing. You let a little of your own blood. Best done at midnight, surrounded by lit candles.
Sabrina had a whole pyre around her. Tell me about Glevisig's curse.
Read about it for yourself. I have all the necessary literature. In fact, you only need the Great Encyclopedia of Curses, Spells and Prophecies, and a volume compiled by Tessard de Vries and Margarita Loantil, Masters of Magic on Curses Selected Writings.
I'm not going to waste my time reading. Tell me the important
I ain't got
bits.
time to read.
Oh, no need to be ashamed, Geralt. In these times, few get the opportunity to learn the arts of reading and writing. Illiteracy is...
I can read, mage. Time's a-wasting. Are you gonna start helping me?
The effects and phenomena generated by a 4th level blood curse require an immense amount of the power. The eclipse, the death of a dynasty, the battle of spectres. No sorcerer, no living being can summon such levels of energy. It's quite simply impossible.
But some clever mages discovered how to make possible the impossible. Since then, the world has lived in fear of your curses. Genius. What did you discover?
A prophecy that initiates a blood curse is simply a spell that binds the power. It should be cast at a site possessing the appropriate accumulation characteristics. A battlefield is perfect. Blood-soaked ground, defined boundaries, a symbolic dimension. When the caster utters the words of the prophecy, the curse begins to accumulate the power. For the last 3 years, day after day, month after month, the initiating curse has been gathering the power, drawing it from the elements of fire, earth, air, and water. The energy thus accumulated could move the stars. Enter the activator, one of the prophesied events possessing its own symbolic dimension. It releases the accumulated energy for use by the curse proper. Ordinarily, the curse cannot utilize all the built-up power, which must be released in some way, so one gets side effects, like solar eclipses.
Huh.
We've got our comet and murder. What about the coins?
We have those as well. Not enough for you?
No. Why do I get the feeling I've stumbled on some shameful secret?
A state secret.
If you don't tell me, your head of state may soon lose his head.
There's a plot afoot within the military. Those involved share a symbol, a square coin adorned with a fish. Let's do this. I shall in no way hinder your investigation, and you will reveal to me anything you learn. Should I happen upon anything related to the curse?
You'll let me know. So be it.
Here,
Can you tell me
listen
how a
to this
blood
again.
curse works?
The effects and phenomena generated by a 4th level blood curse require an immense amount of the power. The eclipse, the death of a dynasty, the battle of spectres. No sorcerer, no living being can summon such...
But some clever mages discovered how to make possible the impossible. Since then, the world has lived in fear of your curses. Genius. What did you discover?
A prophecy that initiates a blood curse is simply a spell that binds the power. It should be cast at a site possessing the appropriate accumulation characteristics. A battlefield is perfect. Blood-soaked ground, defined boundaries, a symbolic dimension. For the last 3 years, day after day, month after month, the energy thus accumulated could move the stars. Enter the activator, one of the prophesied events possessing its own symbolic dimension. It releases the accumulated energy for use by... Ordinarily, the curse cannot utilize all the built-up power, which must be released in some way, so one gets side effects, like solar eclipses.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure Sabrina cast the curse?
Positively. Curses of this kind are cast rarely. There have only been 6 confirmed cases.
How many confirmed cases of their being lifted?
1. By a team of mages led by Archmistress Francesca Findabair, whence came the curse's other appellation. In any case, Sabrina Glevissig was part of that team.
Small world, and one that just got a little uglier.
That's not all. The curse that Francesca and Sabrina dealt with was meant to end the lives of the last of the Tyson dynasty, the rulers of Kovir. It was cast by Scarlet Rodalega, a very talented but completely mad man. A prophecy and an activator were also involved.
I see. Sabrina just stole her curse from this Rodalega.
Precisely. Beside which the king himself and a company of armed men witnessed her casting it.
Let's...
Why is Henselt still breathing? He killed the priest. Why didn't he burst like a ripe tomato under a dwarf's heel?
Perhaps Glevissig wishes Henselt to wait for imminent death.
I don't think so. I know a few sorceresses. They're mean, true, but they also want results. Sabrina cast the curse while roasting at the stake. Not the most comfortable circumstances. I suspect she botched something.
Are you suggesting Henselt may be safe?
I'm suggesting he could be saved, provided we cut him off from the heart of the curse, the Battle of Spectres. It's the weakest link.
How could we do that?
I don't know yet, but I suspect I could summon Sabrina's ghost and force her to free Henselt. First, I need to learn the circumstances of her death.
Uh,
If I'm not mistaken, you need blood to cast a blood curse.
Precisely, unachievable otherwise.
Sabrina was bound to a wagon wheel. Where did she get enough blood?
However, this is where she erred. That whore performed miracles, gathered the power, got the prophecy and activator right, but fell flat on her face on the simplest thing at the end.
Don't get so excited.
She chose a fool, a bungler. I heard he thrust 5 times with his spear, yet the witch's soul would not quit her corpse.
There was no one guarding the pyre?
It was one of the guards the sorceress chose for the task. His comrades were irate. He spoiled the show for them. The king was no longer anywhere near.
In any case, blood flowed and the curse took root.
Yes, but the harlot got her due.
Oh, so this dude fucking couldn't kill her?
You're gonna help me, Deathmold.
Of course, as the king ordered.
Listen up. You'll do the paperwork. I get the feeling you like it. I'll need a number of protective runes to summon Sabrina's ghost. They need to detain the sorceress's ghost and anything else that enters this world with it. Find something for me in your library. The runes need to be easy to produce. I haven't seen any artists around here. Apart from that, the Draugrs are likely to begin their forays in search of Henselt. When they leave the battlefield, they'll grow weaker. Your men should be able to handle them. Just equip them with silver-plated weapons. Henselt could also use something silver to defend himself. Over the entrance to his tent, hang a wreath of cinquefoil and fool's parsley. Inside, a fire fueled by juniper branches must burn at all times.
Where will I get so much silver?
Melt down your collection of pots for all I care. Just get it.
Those aren't pots, they're silver vases of Nazaya.
Last of all, give Henselt an instructional talk. Explain that I'll need him.
And what will you be doing? Drinking ale and fondling the camp women?
There's that, yes. Though I'll also prepare to summon Sabrina's ghost, and figure out what I need to send the fighting specters back to the afterlife. I'll drop by and give you more work as I learn about this curse.
How did you divine that you might recover your memory by lifting the curse?
I don't like people poking around in my life.
Learning about others is my job. I must know the secrets of all who wish to approach the king. I've no problem admitting I like the work.
My past has nothing to do with Henselt.
You don't know that. Do you know why I have no friends, Witcher? Because sooner or later I learn all their secrets, which is followed by interrogations, torture, executions.
Dope.
Just leave my past alone.
I love how you just take coins from them. Alright. Got some quests. Let's see here. Holy shit, I leveled up 4 times.
We'll have to sit
Huh.
out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts.
What soldier? Ah, fuck, I never got to do this. I don't like how vague this is. Talk to soldiers. Like, dog. Tons of dudes here. Wait, let's see how much coin I have. 350.
What else am I to do? This mist's driving me crazy. Greetings!
I'm done with this cursed place.
Who do I spy if not the famed Geralt of Rivia?
You seem to know me, but I have no idea who you are.
And you're worse off for that, for I can make you even more famous.
You write ballads or something?
I've no notion of songs, but the king's vested me with the task of organizing knightly tourneys. A swordmaster like you must be eager to show off his skills.
Maybe another time.
Knightly tournaments are a pastime for real men.
Does King Henselt have any interests besides fighting?
We value knightly tradition in Kedwin. Only duels in the arena let a knight stay in good form and hone his skills.
Okay, so I kind
Unless
of
they
know.
pay us, I'd sit
Dog, which people?
Piss off out of here.
You're talking to an elder, so show a little respect, you pricklicker.
Respect for you? This is no place for crappers like you. Out, I said.
Aye, true. Join the pigs in the pen, that's your place.
Hey, what the fuck, dog?
Are you all right?
You best leave. Old Maverick ain't a good companion. Unless you're looking for someone to mock.
What I saw back there, that happen often? What's the problem?
I've bigger problems to deal with than the camp tramps. My nightmares have invaded my waking life. The specters haunt and hunt me by day.
Come on. Nightmares are common. Start at the beginning.
One night, I walked to the riverside and sat there, staring at the stars. I must have fallen asleep. I dreamt of my birdie, her milk-white bosom, her gentle voice. I saw and heard her as if she sat beside me. And then that voice became a terrifying whisper. Curdled the blood in my veins. I opened my eyes, but the spectre remained. It went on talking, hovering over me, stretching its mitts out towards me. I felt a deathly chill, and then it happened.
What?
Never been a coward. At the fore and fierce in many battles. But a human's one thing. A spectre's another. No other way to put this. I shit myself. Out of fear. Pants right full by the time I got back to camp. Since then, they mock me. Call me the crapper.
Damn.
I didn't see anyone mocking you. Well, except for those two drunks.
Then you haven't looked around well enough. I'm the laughing stock of the entire camp.
Why did you go to the beach?
During Henselt's last expedition, we stayed in a house there. My unit was on the lookout for Demoven's forces trying to cross the river. I just wanted to recall the old times.
So you took part in the campaign 3 years ago?
Took part? I barely escaped with my life. Leva, the brothel medic, saved me. Talk to her if you want to learn more. She knows everything about the camp.
Okay, Beaver.
What time did the Spectre appear?
I went to the beach after my watch, so it must have been an hour before midnight. I've no idea how long I slept, but when I reached the camp, it was dawning in the east.
I'll deal with the Spectre, but you should know a witcher's services don't come cheap.
My soldier's pay is meager. Got but a few coins in my pouch and some pipeweed. Will you do it for that?
Yeah.
All right. I know you.
Aye. We met in Vizima. I was working for Salamandra and barely escaped your rat. Grown wiser since. Listen, I've a trinket. My last reminder of those days. Take it and hold no grudge against me.
I'll hold a grudge.
I hold no grudge. Keep the trinket.
I will. If I have stupid thoughts again, one look should be enough to collect myself. Oh my gods!
Okay. Alright, this guy's pissed drunk.
What do you want? Normally I only talk to drunks.
I heard you calling for Audrin.
That's right, I'm looking for him, so I called out. Got a problem with that?
I used to know a man named Audrin.
Not that same guy.
How do you know?
Odrin never deal with your kind. A right and true man, that one. Drinking without him's like plowing without a woman. Odrin!
Hey, is this part of the same quest?
Odrin!
Where the fuck am I supposed to find this guy? Okay, so basically the idea is if I find this guy, they'll like me or whatever, and then they'll give up some secrets. You Odrin? No.
Salutations. What else am I to do?
Hey, everybody from the what? I'm watching the APM on my phone. Not watching, but I'm looking at the ESPN thing. Phone as well right now. You Odrin? No. Ooh, they get Taco Bell. Alright, Odrin.
Witcher,
You Odrin?
take care. Take care.
I'm done with this cursed place.
You guys seen Odrin?
Comet, square coins. That mark.
You have Odrin too? I'm looking for him.
What is it, Witcher?
Who's this Audrin you're calling out for? A Kedweni god of some sort?
Audrin, a god? If you suggested the god of drinking, I might agree. He's a mate. We agreed to meet at the tavern, but he's gone and got lost. If you find him, tell him we're waiting.
How will I know it's him?
Oh, you'll know Audrin. Nobody quite like... Audrin! Here, boy! Audrin! Audrin! Here, boy!
You Odrin?
Say something, or did you just fart?
Hey, Roach.
Leave me be, father. Leave you be? Your life's at stake. Why, your mother would have my head if anything happens to you.
No! This is about my honor. And plough what mother does to you, I'll practice. I must prepare.
Okay, dog. Now I gotta talk to this guy? Ooh, I got a contract here. Nice. Alright, Aaron Judge, 3-0 count, bottom 7, 4-2, 1 out. Let's talk to this guy quick.
What you want?
I think I'm being followed.
Very likely.
Who is it, and why?
Deathmold's men. They're everywhere. Word is they're onto some plot, but that's all I know.
Oh. Okay, talk to you.
Mind if I join you?
Think I've the right to stop you from taking a free stool?
And Aaron Judge
No,
walks.
right, but you might not want company while you drink.
And why
Nice.
might you want to drink with me?
I prefer to drink in good company.
Doesn't ring true. You don't even know me.
That's true, but I know a good man when I see him. So?
Do what you will. Everyone does what they want. My son, for instance, has decided to die. He's decided to duel Letand Avid, known as the Butcher of Sidorus. All in all, that makes him a dead man.
Letend who's that?
A killer.
Alright, Glaber Tours is up.
Plenty
Needs
of
that
those in
one.
the army.
No, killing enemies is not the same as slaughtering your own countrymen. The Butcher likes the latter, and he's good at it. The best.
Oh shit. Fucking grounded into a double play. Unreal.
They're going to duel to the death?
Are you that ignorant? We've been sitting here for weeks. Nothing is happening, and hence said don't like that, so he's organised some diversions.
You mean tournaments?
Not like tournaments, more like murders. Mock battles without the mocking. The duellers really leave the arena on their own 2 feet. When our unit learned that 6th Company was putting forward the Butcher of Sidorus, there were no volunteers, so we drew straws and it fell to Sven.
He can't back out?
He can, but he won't. I've pleaded, I've begged, but my son's a stubborn one. The pup's got honour. But what good's honour to a corpse?
Good point.
What if I helped you?
What kind of question is that?
Could I count on you in return?
Save my son, and there wouldn't be a thing I wouldn't do to aid you.
I take that as your vow. Where's Sven?
Training in front of the canteen, near the mercenaries' tent. You'll know him when you see him. Why did he have to be like me? Stubborn imbecile.
You're a nerd.
Are you Sven?
Who's asking?
Somebody who just might save your ass.
Piss off!
I promised your father I'd help you.
Then go back and ask his pardon for tricking him.
Will you feel better when they kill you?
I'll certainly feel worse if I cower out.
I'm the last one who'd ask you to do that.
What will you do? Summon the Butcher and send him out on an urgent mission to deflower the Virgin of Aedirn?
No, we'll fight as a pair against Letond and his second. Your honor will remain untouched, like a 12-year-old nun's petal.
Why do you wish to help me?
I told you, your father asked me.
And you courteously agree. Is that so?
Yes.
You lie.
What difference does it make, really?
Alright. Guess I'm going to battle. Oh, Odrin.
I'm looking for Letond Avid. the Butcher of Cidaris.
What do you seek?
I want to try my luck.
Strange. Most shit themselves at the sight of my sword.
They say you're equal to a Witcher in a fight.
They lie. I'm better.
We'll see.
You'll need to wait. I've a fight lined up already.
We could always duel in pairs. I look around and I see the cream of Kedweni knights. Someone's bound to agree.
I am Edwin Lysum, known also as the Petal. If Letond will have me, I'll gladly stand at his side.
Why do they call you the Petal? I've no need for one who ploughs maidens simply for the pleasure of deflaring them.
You offend me greatly, Letond. I owe the moniker to the fact that I place flower petals in the mouths of the foes I defeat.
I'll be glad to see anything stuffed in the Witcher's mouth. So be it.
Better get fucking paid. Actually, I don't even think I'm getting paid.
And? Has he agreed?
Yes.
Some whoresome, eh?
Let's go get him.
I don't need to get ready for shit.
Most gracious king, noble lords, men-at-arms, shortly in the arena you shall witness the famed Letond Abbot, known also as the Butcher of Cidaris, at whose side shall stand the Honourable Edwin the Petal Lysum. Opposing them are Sven of somewhere and Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Witcher.
May the gods favor the better men. Begin!
Spam man, spam man, spam man, spam man, spam, 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 spam. The buddy don't die in the spam. Get out of the fucking way.
Hail to the victor! Glory to the vanquished! The prize in the contest was a noble title. Our gracious and merciful ruler, King Henselt, shall generously bestow this upon the young Sven. Heralds will announce these subsequent duels. Long live King Henselt! Long live Kedwin!
Dope. Alright, I saved him.
Thank you. You salvaged my honor.
He salvaged that foolish head of yours.
I'm a knight now. The king himself will do the honors.
You were born in a pigsty where the labour came to your mother 18 springs ago. Nothing will change that. Witcher, I said you could demand what you will, and my word's no worse than a noble's.
You demanded payment for helping me?
Shut up.
This is between your father and me.
Who do you pray for?
I can't say.
And neither can you, father.
An old soldier's word is no handful of hay with which to wipe your arse.
I'll have naught to do with this.
Go to Madame Carl's brothel and ask for Whistling Wendy. The madam will take you to her tent and leave you alone. Wendy will ask what you wish. Tell her You want her smile to open the gates of paradise. Are we even?
Yeah.
Sure.
And beware of Vincent Trott. He may be hiding with the conspirators. Dangerous man, that one.
Deathmole's looking for him. And if he finds him, we may all end up tasting the executioner's axe. That scoundrel falls into the sorcerer's hands. He'll give us all up to save his own skin.
I'll be careful.
Trott wears a magic suit of armor. He could prove a difficult foe, even for you.
Okay, they disappear.
Witcher,
What?
the king is impressed with your skills. He's called on me to organize a tournament.
If this goes on, his entire army will be slaughtered before he moves against Eddard.
This time it'll be a tourney of knights. None of that slaughter for the riffraff to enjoy. The king will reward the winners handsomely. If you're interested, find me by the arena.
Yeah, I need the money. What's that quest called? Holy shit, how many quests do I have now? Oh. So that did... Nice, that was part of that quest of talking to people around the camp. Okay, cool. Alright, let's do this shit.
Tournaments. Now that's a pastime for real men.
I'm interested in the Rotfiend contract. Know anything about it?
The scum has so far destroyed 2 convoys of army provisions. Before we arrived, they'd only attacked the local cattle. Since the mist appeared, they've grown bolder and started hunting our patrols. The lads from the company have collected a kitty. Sort it all out and the coin is yours.
Okay, well... okay.
Tournaments. Now that's a pastime.
Alright, I'll take part in the tournament.
The king will be pleased. Just remember, this will not be a fight to the death.
I'll try not to forget.
Ready?
Yes.
I am indeed.
Let's
I don't
begin
need no
then.
fucking rules. Watch, it's like, can't use magic.
Witcher Geralt of Rivia will now fight the Honorable Gwydion.
I ain't fucking yeoman. Why is there so much staggering?
Witcher Geralt wins!
Easy.
You won. Let me know when you're ready for the next fight.
It's not like this on easy
Alright.
mode or anything. I'm ready for the next fight.
Tournaments.
Can we continue the tournament?
Ready?
I
Hell
am
yeah.
indeed.
Let's begin then. The Witcher will now take on the Honorable Rendai.
Anyone know what it's all about?
Trying to parry him. No, you can't really parry that.
Anyone know what it's all about?
Poor guy. Yields.
I surrender! Witcher
What?
Geralt wins! You won. Let me know when you're ready for the next fight.
Alright.
I'm ready.
Tournament.
Can we continue?
Ready?
What are the rules?
2 adversaries fight until one of them yields.
That's it.
The loser is out. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I am indeed.
Let's begin then.
Where's Wander Franco?
Geralt of Rivia will now take on the fearless Baron.
Maybe he's hurt. Just throw something at him.
Yeah. You nuts! You nuts! You nuts!
For the record, this guy would be incredibly dead. He yields. Okay. Where's my money?
Witcher Geralt wins!
I wonder how many of these fucking fights there
Is there not a single fucking soul in Kedwin able to beat the Witcher? Dung-filled cowards, all of you!
Apparently not in Kedwin. But in Temeria, perhaps. I'll give it a shot.
Fast.
That could be interesting. If you win, I'll double the reward.
Okay.
The Witcher's challenger this time will be Vess, a maiden serving in an elite unit of the Temerian army.
Spam A-bind because that's how the combat devolves to. I don't know if my game is just bugged or this is how every single person's combat goes, but Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's right. Give me my money.
I surrender.
Gladiator. An achievement just popped for Gladiator, 15 Gs. So, that's cool.
King wanted a spectacle and he got it. Shame
Oh,
the result
fuck.
was
If
so
there,
predictable.
that would make sense
Witches
if
are
there
not
was an
invincible.
achievement for
Seems
armor
this one
and
is.
everyone. Fuck.
But you were brave nonetheless.
She fought harder than all the Kedweni soldiers combined.
Yeah,
Very
doesn't
kind.
matter.
Wasn't so kind in the arena.
He took me seriously.
That's true.
Thanks for not giving me a handicap. I'm going back to my camp. Visit me if you want.
Women. Here's your praise. I need to get back to my business.
Thanks.
My money. I gotta talk to Vess now, okay.
I'll kick your ass.
Okay, so I have to win armor wrestling match, a dice poker game, and a fist fight. Okay. Seduce Vess? I can't believe that's up to. That's so funny.
But they killed him. I don't know why I'm telling you that.
Nice work you did there.
Sorry. Give me 1 sec. Huh, okay. There's a lot of interesting achievements in this game, which is so cool. I think it's really interesting that there's like so much variability in the stuff that you can do and the different outcomes. Which is, how the fuck do I get over there? Around, that's fine. Okay, I can't even go in the water. Alright, so I probably have to go through the main gate. You say no, Odrin?
Odrin! Greetings.
Still looking for coins. What else am I to do? This mist's driving me crazy.
That's cool, you can leave this area.
Oi, Witcher! Out in these wastelands hunting monsters? Well, if you see two of my men, tell them I'll rip them both brand new assholes if they miss muster.
I don't know what that is.
What are they doing there?
It's a common malady. A day don't go by that some dimwit don't sneak out of the camp to go to the gullies.
Huh.
We'll see if I come across anyone.
Luck be with you. You're a good fellow. Ah, find them and you'll see Corporal Zivik knows how to be grateful.
Okay. Wait, I don't...
Well, it was here yesterday.
You're not Odrin. Let me go back to... Let me do this first. There's really bad guys that close to camp.
Life can be really strange. I fought in Nilfgaard.
We got nice ass tents out here, holy shit. Oh, Zoltan's here.
Greetings, Geralt.
Greetings, Vess. What news from the Blue Stripes?
They're keeping their eyes open, as always.
We've lost the assassin's trail.
The trail led us here. If it goes no further, the assassins must be in the vicinity. I see two possibilities. Either Henselt hired them, or he's their next target.
We'll find out soon enough. I wanted to thank you. That was a great fight.
The only great fights are those I win.
It's no dishonor to lose to a mutant created for swordsmanship.
If it wasn't a tournament but a battle, we wouldn't be speaking now.
You were better than all the Knights of Kedwin put together.
You're very kind.
I'm sincere.
A rare trait. Perhaps I should take advantage of this opportunity.
Since we're being honest, I'd like to have some wine with you.
With pleasure.
I wasn't expecting you to agree. This was your chance to get back at me.
I have no need.
Okay, I'm doing
truth,
this
I'm
for the
grateful to you.
achievement. I'm part of Team Yennefer.
I wish you would have me, and I'd
Not
have told
for
you to
the
bugger
time.
off. But since you took me seriously, I have some Toussaint wine in my tent. Could I tempt you?
Lead the way.
It's an
I
achievement called
learned more
Heartbreaker,
about
I
you
promise.
from that duel than from all our conversations put together.
I'm curious. According to Geralt of Rivia, what is Vess like?
She's ambitious, honorable, and beautiful.
In that order?
What if I say the reverse?
If you think I don't like to hear compliments about my beauty, you're very wrong. I'm a soldier, and it pisses me off when I'm viewed as a pair of tits atop an arse. But I'm also a woman, and like every woman, I have my needs.
In that case, let's drink to your needs.
I fulfill my needs
Just for the
differently.
achievement,
Then
Team
what do you
Yen,
want to drink to?
even though
To
she
us?
doesn't exist in this
I
game.
didn't know there was an
Oh, fuck.
Better to live a day as a king than a life
That's
as
just,
a beggar.
it's so weird.
First we'll drink the wine, then we'll go to bed.
Can we do it the other way around?
Okay, I got the achievement Heartbreaker, so... They're drinking wine in the middle of the day. I thought she'd be like, hey, come back to my tent at night, maybe. I don't know. Holy shit. This is a... I'm on my phone right now. Hey, the Yankees have tied the game because where's our homer? Dope. I got the achievement. I think that's all that matters here. And that was just part of the quest. I don't know. Okay. Okay, that happened. Oh, so what I was gonna say before that quest, or whatever, we just happened in the tent. So my timeline with the Witcher series is I started playing the third game, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I got through maybe up until like mid-Novigrad-ish. And then at that point I started reading the books while also playing the game at the same time, right? So my thoughts going into it were I didn't know, I got lucky because I watched her, not lucky, but I kind of got it spoiled for me that you can't, when you're doing the romance options, you can't romance Triss and Yen, bite you in the ass. But also, so I knew that going into it, because I didn't get to the romance option in Novigrad up until that point with Triss. If I didn't have knowledge of the books, and I just played the third game, I think I would have leaned towards Triss, not yet. But reading the books and also playing the third game at the same time, I leaned towards Team Yen heavily. Not heavily, but more so. It was like 70-30, right? Knowing how... knowing what happens in the second game, kind of. Because I think I asked one of my friends, I was like, why isn't Yen in this game? And it comes... I don't want to spoil it, but I kind of know why Yen isn't in the game. It makes it lean like 90-10. Triss does not look great. Knowing... I guess I'll talk about it towards the end of the game, but knowing what I know of why Yen isn't in this game, it makes it really hard to like Triss, even though Triss is so likable in the third Witcher game. I remember I almost picked her. Or like I was like starting to kinda, but then I got to the point where I started reading the book, and then I really liked the chemistry between this sounds so dorky, I know, but it was very interesting. Obviously, when you spend so much time reading these books and getting like putting yourself in the lore of the games in the series, it makes you think about these things more so than probably most people would. But that's what I'll say on that. I initially really liked Triss when I first met her. Then I started reading the books and I started leaning towards Yen, although it was close. And then I found out why Yen isn't in this game, and it made me not like Triss very much. So, but yeah, I think I'll call the stream there. I know it was a much shorter one, but we got some stuff done. Got some stuff done around the camp. I mean, basically it was just dialogue. I'm sure now that we have all our quests and we know what we have to do in terms of getting rid of this curse, next stream we'll probably dive more. I just want to gamer score out of the 1000. This game isn't like Witcher 3. Once I beat the game, I'll go back and play dark mode. So, not like I'm not going to take any break between the two because I want to finish the game. Oh, I might stream. I might actually just turn on the stream later. I want to go eat dinner, but I don't want to pause the stream for a while. So, what I might do is go have dinner and then come back and play again. We'll see. But yeah, that's the stream for today. Thanks for anyone that watched or that came out. Let me save quickly. Oh, I can't make any more. Alright, let me get rid of some of these. Can I not save? Or whatever, I'll go to like here. Thank God I read the achievement list too. I literally read it and I was like, Seduce Fest. And I was like, that's weird. I have to go to Revenge of 10 right now. That's beyond the point though. Yeah, thanks for anyone that came out and watched. I can see the thing. Or anyone that's watching or watched the VOD or something, I appreciate it. Yeah, until next time. Peace.